Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to come in and run my mouth and talk about the girls down on Bravo. Now, before we get started, as you can see, we have new merch. Can I say something? Okay, can I say something? That's one of the things that I say a lot on my channel because sometimes before I say something ignorant or something that might get me cursed out or something that might make y'all roll y'all eyes at me, I always ask before I say it, can I say something? Can I say something? Now I don't want y'all to get mad at what I'm about to say. But I just want to say, I gotta say it, okay? So, anyways, go down to www.rodneythavoice.com and get your merch. Also, we have other things coming too. This is the thing, right? For those who have, y'all already kind of know, some of you may know how this works. But we got to order our stuff just like y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, I want to at least see how it looks, um, before I um, make the listing go public. Um, because I did have a Can I Say Something shirt before, and I did notice that on some of the tees, the font came across as really small. So I went back and just did some tweaking. Um, and so this is the biggest that I could get it because they only give you like a certain space that you can create in. But yeah, so we have other stuff coming too. I actually ordered a sweater, but I really wanted my sweater, but the T-shirt came in before the sweater. I ordered a hoodie, but the T-shirt came in the other day. I'm still waiting on the hoodie. But yeah, we have some more stuff coming to the merch line. But yeah, go to www.rodneythavoice.com and get your Can I Say Something T-shirt today. All right, so let's get into this mess. All right. Taj and Tasha. I like Taj. Someone said this online that Taj has a very like life coach type of vibe to her. I like Taj. I like Taj a lot. Like, I like her. But she meets up with Tasha. This is probably the first time. How many episodes are we in? Three? This is the third episode, right? The third or fourth. I can't remember. But this is the first time that I have seen Tasha come across as someone who is halfway likable. I was like, girl, this is who you should have been presenting yourself as this entire time. Because I feel like when she watches the show back, she has to say, girl, girl, you do not, this is not the light that you wanted to be shown in. But she came across as likable when they went to, I think it was a music museum. I can't remember. Only watched the episode once, but I think it was a museum. I think it was a music museum. But anyways, so they go there, and I think she had just left the meeting, the gospel meeting, where she sung the R&B song. Wasn't that an R&B song? I guess it don't even matter. I felt like Tasha was low key lying to Taj. I guess at the end of the day, some people just don't like to tell all their business. I guess I can understand that too. But she tried to make it seem as though her and Tasha were not really getting along because she said my butt was flat. Body shaming. And even Tasha was like, girl, we arguing over small booty. Like girl, we too old. Like, I get it. We all have body image issues and all that good stuff. But girl, come on, girl. We 50, girl. But I get it though. But she said that she disrespected our mother. No, you left out the part where she said you stole her money. Okay. Let's tell it. See, that's the problem. Y'all want to start at G. Y'all want to start at S. No, let's start at A. Okay. A, okay, is Tamika say you stole her money. Okay. Then B is, girl, y'all was getting, that was shoot 'em up bang bang, and you left her, and she told you to, You told her to kiss your tail, and she said, if you had to tell a kiss. That might be B and C, okay? See how we making our way from A, okay? And then D was when y'all said she disrespected your mama. So you leaving out the part, you leaving out the main part of why you and your sister not getting along. But anyways, Coco has two friends, Troy and Tamaya. I think that's her name. Tamaya. They seem like they're really supportive of Coco, especially Troy. He asked her like, "How are you?" Because Coco let it be known. I don't think I knew this. Go, we talk about so much on my channel, girl. We probably talked about it and I just don't remember. But Coco has bipolar depression. She was diagnosed in 2017. She said she was having manic episodes. She said it got really, really bad where she thought about unaliving someone. Girl, you know, I'm gonna tell you when I hollered. I find the silliest stuff funny. Girl, when she said, I got help, so I'm glad I did, because I could be in jail right now. No, girl, somebody could be dead. When she said, because I could be in jail right now, girl, somebody could be dead too. Okay, but I get what you're trying to say, Coco, girl. They seem like they have a good time. Coco let her friends know that even though she's 52, girl, that kitty cat still get wet like she's 21. I said, I know that's right, girl. Miss Thing said, I'm 52, but this cat is 21. Young and tight. Okay, yes, ma'am. Tamika. Tamika and Glorilla. I think Tamika is made for TV. I do. I think Tamika is made for TV. I would like to see Tamika on The Real Housewives of Atlanta as Candy's friend. I mean, girl, no tea, no shade. Like, I mean, girl, as far as like lifestyle, she'll fit right in. No tea, no shade. It would be different if I was saying, girl, she should go to Miami. Then that would be like, girl, no. But, so Tamika is cooking for her mother. I think she was cooking salmon and cabbage, I believe. So Glorilla comes over, or like we like to call her Big Glow. Girl, Big Glow comes over with that Sunday's Best wig on. I'm gonna leave that mama alone. And girl, Tamika let out a. Can I be honest, y'all? Can I say something? Can I say something? Okay, who's this sexy man? My sister texted me. So, girl, I believe everything Tamika is saying. That's not even up for debate. But girl, when I say Tamika gives me very much Tyler Perry, your actress, is very much dramatic. It's very much over the top. Tamika be having me keying because she is dramatic as hell. But I get it because it's about somebody, like I said, girl, I get it. Because, girl, I ended the friendship over $510.77. So if I ended the friendship over $510, girl, just imagine what I would have did over $30,000. Okay? So I get it, girl. I get it. I need her to imagine what she should be doing over $30,000. Because I know what I would have been doing over $30,000. Okay? But Tamika, she takes a deep breath. And she goes to the door. And then Glorilla standing on the other side. And then Tamika standing on the other side of the door. You can't say, girl. Then Glorilla comes in. Her name is Gloria. Then she comes in, and Tamika. Let me say, I know y'all gonna say, "Girl, you reaching." Tamika was especially in that scene. Tamika was looking every bit of 28, 29. Tamika could really pass for a 20-something-year-old. Tamika looks, girl. I was looking at Tamika with that bang and like the little up doing the t-shirt. I said, girl, Tamika like she might be 29, pushing 30. Um, um, they just start to have a conversation. We'll start to have a back and forth. Of course, the mother feels disrespected. The mother feels disrespected. Now, we talked about Tamika's recap, or when she was explaining the stuff on her YouTube channel, and she said there was a lot of things that were discussed and said that they cut out. And I guess one of the things, I don't remember Tamika saying this. Maybe she said it and I just don't remember. But I guess she was telling her mother that she's not a fifth member of Xscape. Basically telling her, girl, stay out of our business. That's how I took it. And so the mother was like, oh, Tamika told her that you show favoritism. And then she was like, how I show favoritism? And so she was just basically like, Tasha can say what she wants to say. And then she said she lets Tasha say what she wants because Tasha's not disrespectful. I guess, girl. I haven't. And that's the thing. We all have our own definition of disrespect. We all have our own what we think this. Like we all have. Girl, we don't even know what colorism is. So, girl, I'm not going down that road. Well, I'm sorry. Y'all don't know what colorism is. Not y'all, but some of the people watching the video. But I haven't seen Tamika say nothing that was disrespectful. I just haven't. So even when Tamika apologized, when she was like, yeah, I want to apologize because you said I was disrespectful. You're like, and I was even, like, I don't know, I'm just going to be honest with y'all. I know that some of you still operate this way, and that's all fine and dandy. That's how you move within your relationships with your parents. That's completely fine. I can't do nothing about it. I ain't trying to do nothing about it. But it was just weird to me to see Tamika sitting there. To see Tamika sitting there while her mama was like talking. It almost looked like a child being disciplined. But you're not a child. You're like a 40, pushing 50-year-old woman, right? How old is Tamika? Let's see. How old is Tamika? Tamika Scott. Tamika's 47. Tamika looks good. Tamika's 47, so it was just, I'm sorry, it's just cringy to me when I see grown men and women, even if they're having a disagreement with their parents, to sit there and kind of just be, it's kind of like this child. Like I still remember, and I've said this before, when I was watching Iyanla with the Braxtons, and Tamar was going off because she felt like she was disrespected, and then Trina said something, and then the mama was like, basically, be quiet, and she was like, okay, mommy, sorry, mommy. And I was like, bitch, like, girl, you're a grown 50-year-old woman. Tell me, sorry, mommy. Like, in real life, no tea, no shade, what is your mama gonna do to you? She gonna get up and whoop you? And you gonna let her pop you? So it's like, even when I'm looking at Tamika, I'm like, girl, you're a grown woman. Like, I'm not saying you gotta sit there and call your mama all types of B's and H's. Now, if she call you B's and H's, then girl, go for what you know. But I'm not saying you gotta call her B's and H's, but girl, to sit there kind of like this scared child, and then you apologizing for something that you say you didn't do. I don't think you did it, but you don't even think you did it, but you're still apologizing. I was like, okay, girl, whatever, Tamika. And then the mama, this is a problem. I told you I hate the J word. Y'all know I hate the J word. I hate the J word. Because I feel like, especially no tea, no shade, but I see a lot of women say it to each other. Oh, you're just jealous. That's like one of the first things that people say, especially like if there's conflict between women. Like you'll see them say somewhere in the argument, you're just jealous. And it's kind of, that's like lazy. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody ain't jealous. Sometimes people just don't really like each other, right? And you hear these stories of how these mothers are sometimes jealous of their daughters. I feel like Tokyo Toni is one of those mothers. I think Tokyo Toni is Definitely jealous of Angela, aka Black China. And I feel like somewhere over there on the other side of town with that mama, I feel like she's low key kind of jealous of Tamika and Tasha. And especially probably Tamika because that's her least favorite. Girl, you sitting here calling yourself the fifth member of Xscape. You're really not. I mean, you can say what you want to say. Okay, girl, you tapped into, a talent that your children had. I mean, girl, that's what you were supposed to do as a parent, okay? But you tapped in. You saw your daughters were good at something. I guess it could have been her, the daddy. I don't know. But you tapped into something that you saw your daughters were great at, and now they can make a living off of it. Okay, kudos to you. But girl, you're still not the fifth member. And then when she started talking about when your daddy left us, I said, "Oh, there we go, there we go, there we go." I'll take the daddy leaving the house and leaving the mama, a single mom, and her having to work for $3,000. Alex, okay? Yes, I said. As soon as she said that, I said, "Girl, what they got to do with anything?" I said, "Oh." Mama still holding on to the fact that that man left her. Okay, I get it. But girl, Bigelow, you about 70. Girl, it's time to let it go. Girl. And if you can't let it go get some therapy. When your daddy left us and he didn't come, didn't care if we swam or sank, I am the fifth member. I said, ooh, girl. So it sounds like you might be jealous of your daughters, and then you jealous because your husband left you with them 2 kids, and you had to, I guess, work 2 jobs to make sure y'all could make ends meet. But girl, he ain't left you yesterday, girl. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can see if he left you yesterday, you still mad and ready to like drive out and do a little drive by real fast. I can see that. But girl, how long you and that man ain't been together? Are you still talking about, girl, that man leaving? Tamika basically tells her that, if you can't respect me or my feelings, I'm going to have to step back. Why would she say that? The mama was like, step back. Yeah. Yeah, step back. So now you can't abuse that girl no more. Because that's exactly what you're doing. Quiet as it's kept. It's mental abuse and emotional abuse. And quiet as it's kept, what the people really don't be wanting to admit is that sometimes it could be physical without even putting hands on people. Because as far as I'm concerned, now this might be my own definition. You see, I just said we have our own definitions. As far as I'm concerned, girl, mental and emotional can lead to physical. And the reason why I say it can lead to physical without you putting your hands on somebody, because girl, what happens is the girls can't eat no more. You right? The boys and girls be out here be stressed out, can't eat, hair falling out. Girl, that is physical abuse as far as I'm concerned. But anyways, girl, y'all ain't trying to hear me. She apologizes to Tamika and says that she's her baby and that she says she's sorry, But I don't know how to take. I'm just gonna be honest with you. You never know, because some people can say Tamika is putting on for the cameras too. Because like I said, I even said Tamika's a little dramatic, but it's hard for me to really like believe the mama is really like apologetic. It really is, because girl, the first episode you was calling Tamika jealous. She jealous. Girl, that was the first episode. And now you so apologetic and that's your baby, and I guess, girl. Taj and Candy. Taj and Candy meet up. Well, Taj goes over to Candy's home. She basically tells Candy that when she was in Nashville, she lives in Nashville. When Tasha was in Nashville, she met up with her, and that Tasha met up with Motown Gospel. Now, any other day, I would have said, Taj, you a messy heifer. The reason why I'm giving Taj a pass on this one is because the truth of the matter is they're supposed to be doing some type of business together, right? We're supposed to be doing this tour together. And girl, if we're talking about doing a tour together, and girl, one of your group members is out here, girl, possibly shopping a solo deal, then what is really going on? So that's why I'm like, wow, I know some people will say that Taj was being messy for telling Candy that she met up with, Tasha and Tasha's meeting up with Motown Gospel. On the flip side, it's like, girl, I also understood why Taj said it, because I probably would have said it too. Like, girl, we supposed to be doing a tour, and your sister out here talking about, girl, she about to go solo. So what's the tea? Girl, what's going on over here on y'all neighborhood? Because we got our group members together. We know what we got going on. What y'all got going on? And why are we talking about going on tour or not going on tour, but doing a show together? And girl, y'all don't even know who's gonna be in the show. Yeah. Taj and her son, not Taj, Lily. Lily and her son, they go out for food. And I think drinks. I think Lily said I think Lily got a tea. The boy got a Corona or something, child. And she says he's a rapper, aren't they all? And the only thing I'm not gonna lie, the only time I really got irritated with Lily was when, like, listen, I don't think Lily got no connections like no Beyonce or no Nicki Minaj or Rihanna in the music industry, but I think she got a few connections. You know what I'm saying? Girl, just Lily is another one too, right? Like, I had to hustle and struggle, so you're gonna have to do a little bit of hustling too. Girl, girl, if you can make, like, what's the point? Like, I don't know, child. I just feel that's just me. That's me. I know that's not some of y'all, but just like, what's the point of, like, the whole point? I thought the whole point of trying to provide a better life for your child is to have a better life. Girl, like, so, like, they don't have to go through what you went through. Now, I know he not sleeping in the car, but girl, Lily, if you could help him all the way, you could just help him all the way. But anyways, child, I get it. I get how some people do. Taj is also coming out with an erotica audio book. Sister Hop Pussy. That's her alter ego. Rocky. I said, girl, so Tasha was in the studio. He come in. I said, he the type that I wouldn't want to be around. Like, the one who comes in and wants to be seen. Like, he come in dancing. Like, he Puff Daddy. Girl. But ain't got no money, though. Girl, that's the real, that's okay. I mean, at least Puff Daddy got a little bit of change. Now. They say he owes some of his artists, but I mean, girl, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But Rocky come into the studio dancing, wanting to be seen. He calling Tasha anime. I said, we know. We know you, Ike. Tasha tells him about a meeting. He basically tells Tasha to go grab a microphone and let them know and remind them of who she is. Girl, no tea, no shade, girl. Like I said, I've always said it, and I'm still going to stand on it today. I know a lot of people don't like Tasha, but Tasha has the best voice. I don't give a damn what nobody got to say. Tasha got the best voice, and then it's Tamika. And then it's probably Tiny then, and then it's probably Tiny. I think one day I said Candy, then Tiny. Then it's probably Tiny, then Candy. Not probably. It's Tasha, Tamika, Tiny, then Candy. But Candy got all the leads. Let me show you. But that's okay, because T-Bow's got the lead too. Jalen. Jalen, you should have sung another. I don't like that song. Jalen can sing, but I don't like that song he sung. I said, girl, this is your sister. Sister, this was your chance to blow the girls away, to show the girls what you can do. Maybe I don't like that song. It was something like you and me will never part my tea. I don't know, girl. It was some child. I didn't like it. You could tell him and his mama Coco, they have a great relationship, which I absolutely love. He told Coco, I did see this Balenciaga bag. I ain't getting it. Okay. She said she calls Jalen her broke best friend. Anyway, did I say how Jalen was Coco's son? Long story short, he don't want to go to school. he don't want to go back to school. Coco is pissed. Listen, I'm not gonna. I understand both sides. I understand that Jalen should live his life to the beat of his own drum. I do. I believe that if Jalen is not happy, like he shouldn't have to be a dentist just because, girl, it ain't a lot of black dentists out there, or because it'll be a good look or whatever reason, right? But I also understand Coco, like what Coco said when he said dentistry doesn't interest you any doesn't interest me anymore. She said dentistry does interest you. She done paid my money. Coco was pissed. I understand, guys. I thought she was about to slap the shit out of Jennifer at one point. So he was upset. He doesn't want to go back to school. He wants to sing. You just started singing yesterday. Now all of a sudden you just want to drop out of school. Coco was mad. So she was like, "Well, you got to tell your grandmother." So he calls her grandmother, and the grandmother caves. And he basically, I guess it comes to like a type. They negotiate basically. What if he just doesn't go to school for about a year, and then he comes back? Basically, take a year off. Basically, he's going to take a year off of school. I'm gonna say something. Can I say something? Maybe I shouldn't say this, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Coco has his best interests at heart. I believe she does. I believe because Coco is a part of the music industry. She knows what goes down. And she knows that those folks will use you and abuse you. It's so weird to me, like Lily, how do you go from having all of this success to, girl, boom, you sleeping in your car? It's so sad. So I think Coco doesn't want Jalen to be a part of the music industry because she knows what it's about, right? I'm about to say something, and I don't want y'all to take what I'm about to say the wrong way. A part of me believes Coco does not want Jalen to become a singer because she knows that he may not be successful. Saucy Santana and Lil Nas X, they barely making it. I'm not saying people are not changing because the world is changing. Well, I ain't gonna say, girl, I thought we were evolving, but girl, these laws they got, I don't know, child. But it's not as bad. Of course, it's not as bad as it was, the other day. So it has gotten better. But I just, Jalen presents himself as his true, authentic self. So I think one of the concerns Coco probably has, I don't know, is like, how successful will you be? Because they're not gonna, you walking around here with makeup, girl, your makeup running, girl, you got your nails on. Like I said, girl, Saucy Santana and Lil Nas X, they barely making it. Okay, so it's like, I can see why Coco would say, you just need to go get you a job as a dentist and leave that. And you could do your music stuff on a weekend maybe, but it's gonna be hard for Jalen. I think it's gonna be hard for Jalen. Again, like I said, the world is. I would have never thought that I would see a Saucy Santana or Lil Nas X. You know what I'm saying? So the world is changing, but it's like, girl, it ain't changing like that, like that. To the point where Jalen, you think you're gonna be riding the Billboard charts, but then you could. He might, because like I said, I never would have thought that I would see a Saucy Santana walking around here. And Saucy Santana is successful in his own right. So yeah, do y'all get what I'm trying to say? I think in a way, like I said, I think I get why Coco's saying take your ass to school, because it's a good chance that this singing stuff for you might not work out, because people are not going to accept who you are and how you have decided to live in your truth and present yourself in your true authentic self. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Jalen. You know, I just want to say that that's not coming from a hateful place or nothing. Some of y'all get what I'm trying to say. Um, the co-headline. Let's just go and wrap this up, girl. Xscape done lost their goddamn mind. Candy, you done lost your goddamn mind too. Yes, I understand that for some people on social media, when you see some people with a lot of followers, that does equate to coin and all that good stuff. For some people, it doesn't. You know how many people out there right now got 100,000 followers, 200,000 followers, and work at Nordstrom full time. You know how many people out there got 100,000 followers, 200,000 followers, girl, and a bartender, and don't make no money off social media. They just got a big following because they probably got a fat ass. They fine, you know, they're attractive. They post pictures with thongs on, so now they got a big following because we all think they fine. You see what I'm saying? I get what I get, not Coco. I get what Candy is Tiny was saying about her and Candy have a large following and all that good stuff. But the truth of the matter is, Great Xscape is not bigger than SWV. Period. Xscape, y'all just started going on tour the other day. Y'all just started headlining from what I understand. And we're not going to sit here and act like Xscape out there, even with Candy having 10 million followers on Instagram, or however many she got, girl, y'all selling out the NRG Stadium by y'allself. Xscape, when you go on tour, you going on tour with 15 other groups. 10 million followers in all. I think Tamar, Candy, I think Xscape on tour right now with like 5 other acts. Monica, let me see. I was actually looking at it earlier. Let's see. April the 1st. That's coming up. April the 1st. Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. The R&B Experience, Xscape, Monica, Tamar, 112.6, and Tevin Campbell. Girl, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 folks at one concert. So all I'm saying is, girl, while yes, you might headline that tour, but girl, like I just think that Candy and Tiny have some nerve telling these women who have sold 30 million records to their 7 million that, girl, we want y'all to open the show up for us. So if anything, girl, y'all should be opening up the show for them. Quiet as it's kept. But girl, I don't see what the problem is with just co-headlining this one time. Xscape is not a bigger group than SWV at all. At all. Like the numbers, literally the numbers are not lying. You have one group that's 30 million, one is 7 million, from what Coco said. I'm just actually taking Coco word for it. Coco said, "Bitch, I sold 30 million records, bitch." I said, "I know that's right." And Candy want to sit there and be greedy with the money, girl. I bet you Candy, girl, no tea, no shade. You know what I thought? This is so not. No, this is actually not off topic. I always wonder, like, how did the business deal? Didn't the business dealings between her and Funky Dineva, like, because they never really went right? Did it? And then remember she worked with Miss Lawrence. That never really went nowhere. I could see Candy kind of being selfish and greedy a little bit. I could see it. I mean, I saw some of it tonight. Yes, Candy, you're on Real Housewives of Atlanta. And even when you've been on Real Housewives of Atlanta, you still got to go on tour with 5 other acts. And again, girl, let's stop acting like, girl, if Xscape just went on tour tomorrow, girl, you're going to be at some little arena with Erica Badu and all the other R&B girls. That's no tea, no shade. I was really baffled that they even was that this like that was that was even coming out of Candy's mouth. I was like, girl, what is you talking about? Anybody, girl, I was never a big SWV stan or an Xscape stan. I still knew their songs, right? One of my favorite albums of all time is Traces of My Lipstick. But even with that being said, and me having my favorite album from Xscape, I still know that SWV is a bigger group than Xscape. So even today, it is still like, girl, who are you to come into this picture and say, oh, girl, basically we want our name to be in headlines and y'all name to be this small. And even if SWV has went on tour with you before and you headlined the tour and they were your opening acts, yes, that was your tour and they agreed to go on tour with you, right? But that still doesn't mean that you're a bigger artist than them. That just means that, girl, they said, okay, girl, we're gonna go on tour with Xscape. We're gonna go on Xscape's tour, and we know we're gonna open up the show or whatever. But this right here, where you're supposed to be co-headlining, girl, yes. If we're gonna put anybody's name before anybody's, it should be SWV and Xscape. Like on the TV show, it says SWV and Xscape, the Queens of R&B. All right, y'all, I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.